Cause Foxy T is your bestie. Use caution when you sit me. Blessings, blessings. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Have a wonderful day today. The sun is out today. The sun is shining here in Baltimore today. So we're having a good, productive day. Blessings, blessings, hugs, 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 kisses, kisses, kisses to you, to everyone. I just had to get a little taste. A little taste. I feel like I needed two. It wasn't giving me green tea. So I have green tea and a little lemon. Every time I do the natural herb tea, for some reason I always seem to get a headache or end up with a headache. And I thought it was good, but then it happened. Anyway, um, like late last night. All right, so I just want to, okay, let's cleanse the space. Excuse me if you can hear my washing machine in the background. Um, maybe I should have put the um, my mic on. Let's see. Should I put my microphone on? Probably cancel out the noise. Okay. Let's cleanse the space. Let's get that microphone real quick. Let's see. Okay. Let's see, guys. I'm coming back. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, let's cleanse the space. Cleanse the area. Okay. Space. I guess we can also get us a little abundance too as well. Who doesn't like a little moyan, a little abundance here and there? Okay, let's get a little bit, you know. Oh, oh, it's a little bit. Okay, I was about to say you ain't trying to get nothing, but definitely we're cleansing and clearing the space. Okay, hold on. I mean. Okay. Okay, let's get into this mic situation, this microphone situation. I don't like even saying. Okay, let's get y'all set up real quick. Let's get y'all set up. What's that? This is sages, white sages. Also um ooh, oh heck no. Hold on. I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry. I got like a wire that's sticking me and I don't do those. I don't like that. If it's coming out, let's take it on out because I got a bump underneath of my brush just because of that. And it got infected. So we are just gonna not do that. Okay, so y'all, it's gonna be quiet for a second, but I'll be back. Okay. So hopefully now you can hear me. Hopefully, hopefully you can. I think you can. You should be. Okay. So you should be able to hear me. All right. Can you hear me? Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate that. Fry Studio, hi. Joy to the World, hi. Um, yeah, that was sage. That was the white sage to cleanse the space, and then it was the blue sage to give us some abundance in some type of way. So Collective, I just want to say before we start out that I'm getting that you were taught that you needed to find someone to make you happy of some sort, or make you, yeah, someone that find someone that makes you happy. But on the contrary, you're not really supposed to find someone to make you happy. You're supposed to make yourself happy. Therefore, you will come across someone that did the same for themselves, and then y'all can be happy together. Okay. Um, I'm getting. I'm also getting. Um, you may have had to code switch of some sort. And when I mean code switch, it might not be your ordinary code switch like that you may be thinking of, right? Okay, Andrew. I mean, I don't care if he was or wasn't. It doesn't matter to me. Okay. Anyway, you can have a little jokey joke here and there, but yeah. Anyway, but we're talking about something serious. So focus, lock in. Okay, lock in. Okay, so basically, it's like you may yourself had to code switch in some type of way. And when I say code switch, it's not your ordinary code switching. It's not like, oh, I get around some like my colleagues or my at my job, because it's different ethnicities around. So you try to code switch in a way to be acceptable to them. No, I'm not speaking like that. It is code switching, but it's not in that sense. I feel like you might have had to code switch like at home. I'm just saying, okay, hear me out. And this is why I'm getting this, is because when I had to understand that when I was younger, I had to code switch. I code switched so much, I stayed there. It was no coming back. It was no me being who I really originally was. I stayed there. When I say um, I had to code switch, this is what I mean. I was in an environment where it was really a urban situation. People spoke with a lot of slang. People spoke with a certain type of accent too, as well. And I came out speaking the way I speak, but well, the way I spoke at first. And when I used to go outside to socialize or whatever like that, people would be like, "Where are you from? Where are you from?" And you'd be like, "I'm from here. I'm from Baltimore. I'm from North Haven Longwood. Like, what are you talking about?" And they're like, "No, you're not." "Okay, I'm from North Long. Yo, what's up?" Like, better. Like, I had to really code switch and go into this, like, I had to introduce slang into my vocabulary just to not be outcast by my own people, by my own environment, by my own hood, as you shall say. Um, and not only that, but also my family. Like, I'm not going to say that they would outcast me, but even though my mom ain't had nothing to do with it, and I know for sure she didn't mean it in any type of disrespectful way, or a meaningful way, but even her mentioning that I speak different, that in some type of way, just her even noticing it made me feel like, oh yeah, you're part of the ops. You with the ops, because the people in my environment, in my neighborhood, used to be like, tease me. The kids used to tease me about it all the time. Like, you're not from here. They like, I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm from my mom's for real. What do you want from me? Or, or from her stomach? What you want? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you. And it was like being different. I feel like collective you could be in used to being ridiculed for who you were or being different of some sort or not, and you might have had to code switch in order to fit in. It's not that I really cared to fit in. I was tired of people asking me where I was from. And like I said, when my mom said something, she just said something like, when once like I couldn't get out of it, like I couldn't get away from it because once I had children, they started speaking the same way, like it was just genetics. And then she said, "I told you you was good." She was like, "I knew you was gonna have them kids talking white." I'm like, first of all, I'm just enunciating. I can articulate properly. I don't know what you want from me, but you have to understand that when a lot of people don't come from that or they're not used to that, they look at it as different when it's not really different. It might be the correct way, but just because you are in an environment where everybody do something a little different, you're expecting everybody to do it that way. And that's not how it is. We all are different in our own unique way. So collective, you could still shouts out to my mama. Don't play with my mom. I'm just saying, um, it that stuck with me. Also, the things that the little kids was teasing me about stuck with me as well. Also, when I had started to get a little older and I was like a teenager or whatever like that, I kind of stuck to myself a lot. But when I would socialize with certain people and would speak to them, they would really look at me with the dumbfounded look, like, "What did you just say? What?" And they'd be like, "Uh huh, uh huh." And me being, I could pick up on the fact that you didn't know what the hell I was talking about, and I'm like, I could tell you're confused. And I just was like, I hate dumb people. Like, I low key put them in a box, and it's not even their fault. And it's not that they were dumb in no type of way. It was just like they just couldn't comprehend what I was saying. So when I would talk this way or whatever like that, they go, "Oh, she put on the white voice." First of all, ma'am, this is how I really talk. I put on, if you don't want to really be real, I put on my black voice for you. If you want to put a color on it, it's like, I'm sorry. But you know, nobody want to talk about that. Exactly. So when I was in high school, I had to speak in a urban type of way, a slang type, put some slang in my, in a lot of person in my vocabulary, just so I won't be, not outcast or just not looked at as different all the goddamn time. It was just like, and then speaking to people that just don't comprehend what you're saying is very frustrating for you in itself. So, but if you could feel like that you just wasn't from this world, or you were put in an environment that you just did not click with, you didn't align with in any way, and you had to change yourself and didn't realize you changed and adapted to your environment so much it changed who you were. Like, you were no longer your original self. You were literally somebody else. You weren't yourself. And by you not being yourself, you weren't able to align with anybody, to connect with anybody or find your person, because you wasn't your authentic self. And you possibly was like, "Okay, I know I'm my authentic self. Like, I know I'm being true to myself," but you, low key, you wasn't. You adapted to your environment, and then you switched over to something that you were not. You had no clue because you was doing it so much on a constant basis all the time, to the point where that's just, you thought, you felt like that's who you were, but that wasn't your original. That wasn't your origin. That wasn't your you ain't come from that. So, you know, You might be in a sense of isolating yourself and going and finding yourself and fixing yourself and healing yourself in a way where you are aware that you did code switch at some point or adapt to your environment, and you locked in and basically switched up, and not even switched up but went back to your original self. Once you found your original self, collective, you were able to possibly start healing properly, or healing in a sense that in a way that made sense to you. Okay, you had a shining light, collective. You had a shining light. And it says, my desire to improve myself transform fear into strength. I raise my thoughts above doubts and find faith in the goodness of the universe. I love and accept myself as a soul, and I discovered the light that dwells in me. Okay, collective. Like I said, that could have been you could have had a light in you that you dimmed for your environment, that you dimmed for the people around you because they just didn't understand your light. They didn't understand your gifts, where you came from, just who you were. They didn't understand. It didn't align with what they were used to. It didn't fit into the box. It didn't. Um, they just wasn't used to it. By not being used to it, you may have dimmed yourself, dimmed your light, and now you could, like I said, you could be getting back to it. You could have the desire to get back to who you originally was, and that's okay, and that's very. I feel like that's very improving for you because of the simple fact that we do go through trials and tribulations that do um, change us in a way, or makes us adapt to things just for survival. A lot of times we have to understand that we're surviving in this universe, and by us trying to survive, we had to adapt. Therefore, we had to, switch up how we do things, switch up how we, articulate, switch up a lot of things. And it may seem foreign to others, and by you not wanting to put a target on your back or be singled out, you tried hard to dim your light because your light was so bright that in the darkness, which is the earth, which, because it's full of evil, okay, it was making you a target. The darkness was coming towards you because they see your light. And by you having the light within you, and you wasn't able to turn it off. You tried to dim it a little bit, just so you won't be as noticed as you would be if you just let it shine. Okay, collective. All right, but that's the goodness in you. You can't you can't let people make you stop being the good in you. But I do understand if they are aware of the good in you that you do end up being prey. Shucks, I know. Shucks, I know. I know. I know. I know. Trust me. I know. You got a couple that came out, and I don't really like when they come out like this, but I'm gonna look at all of them, and if they come out again, then that's what it's meant to be. Okay, but yeah, collective. Someone could have a lot of things. Okay, yes, evil has changed you in a sense. In I know how I say, like, I'm glad that evil hasn't changed your heart, but we never thought about evil changing our personality, though. Changing who we authentically were in the beginning. But I didn't even think about that. I was thinking more about, oh, it didn't make you evil. It didn't make you want to return the favor. It didn't want to make you get your look back. But in reality, even though it didn't make you that evil or make you want to get your lick back or get revenge. Even though you still have that pure heart of yours, it did change something about you, collective. And that could have been your personality and how you socialize with people and the people that you do socialize with. So a lot of times you might be thinking to yourself, like, why is this, like, why I am in this situation? Why am I in this situation? Why am I just attracting this type of person? And it's because you're not being your authentic self and not being who you are originally made to be. If you were, you would find your tribe, you would find your community, you would find people that align with you. And that's starting with being true to yourself. If you be true to yourself and like really be honest with no worries about what someone thinks, how they think about you, how you may look, or what's acceptable in your environment, if you no longer worry about that, you will understand yourself so much more better. Like if you like rock, you like rock. If you like new age music, you like new age music. If you like, that's what you like. Is no reason you have to dim that, close that, like that's not a part of you anymore. When that's very much well a part of you, and it is a part of your personality too as well. So why don't you just go to places where they do have rock playing and stuff like that, instead of going to the club with your friends because all your friends doing that, and then and mind you, you ain't even happy there because you don't even like it. And you just wondering why they like it so much. But the thing is, that's because it's for them. They like it because that's for them. They were being true to themselves and they know what they like. You have, in return, have to be true to yourself and you be where you like. So if you have friends that don't like being at the rock concert, that don't like being at the indie concert or whatever type of concerts that's going on down, like the the conventions, the cosplay, anime type of conventions. I love it. I love it. Like I ain't even tell you how much I love it. I'm so I feel like I can make costumes and stuff for the cosplay and everything like that. Like, cause I just love that. If you be true to yourself and you end up going to the places that you really like, you'll find your people, your tribe, the people that you align with, and you might find your person because that person is there. They're not that your friends all go to that you don't even like going to. How you gonna find your person in a place that you don't even like going to? They're not going to be your person. You want to end up with someone that is slightly less like the environment, and you will low key be settling. Oh, this is, closest us to what I like. And still doesn't align because that person doesn't really connect with you. If that person connected with you, they will be in the places that interest you. Go to the places that interest you, the true you, not what your friends like. And you don't have to worry about the fact that your friends don't like certain places like that. Go without them. Go without them. Don't just go with your friends. Like, yeah, you can just go. I used to be that type of person. I don't know if that's like people pleasing or what, but it was hard for me to make a decision because when I would make a decision, nobody wanted to do what I wanted to do. And I liked the people that were around me. I really genuinely liked them. But I didn't have I didn't know that, yeah, I didn't have the knowledge that I don't have to take them with me. I don't have to always be around them. I can like them as a person, but that doesn't mean we have to hang. That doesn't mean we have to do things together. I could just like you as a person and like your vibe when I'm with you or whatever like that. And then when it's time to go, it's time to go. You understand? Because a lot of times we be in situations and in environments that we don't want to be in just because our friend is there. The person that we like and care is there, and they want us to be there too with them. And you're not having no fun there. You're literally actually down in the moment. You know, like just really like I am. You don't want to feel like that you're above anyone in anything in any type of way. And you got that's not that you feel like you're above. It's just that you know you are different. You know there is a difference in what you find being fun and what they find being fun. Go with the people that feel the same things that you find fun is fun. Like me, I love making things. I am a creative. I like people that like going where I want to go. I like going to art museums. I like going to galas, stuff like that. I mean, of course, when I get to that point, I can go on my hand. But I like dressing up. I like going to the cosplay. The conventions and everything like that. I like that. I like that. You know, and you don't have to look like the typical this is what you know, like since I look like this, I have to like certain things. No, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Be authentically you. Courage. You have to have the courage. Courage Collective. Courage came out and say, I am stronger than fear and bigger than doubt. I am light and I remain light. Okay? I trust in God and stand tall before the test of life. I grow and become wiser through every challenge. I am a being of new life. You are a being of the new life that you want. You have to understand. It's up to you. You just got to have the courage to do so. If you don't like that job, of course you don't like that job because that's not what you want to do. Try to go for something that interests you for real. Try. You know, and yes, if you have to work a job that you really don't like at the time just to make ends meet, yes, but don't forget. That's what you have to understand. Don't forget about what you truly do like. Try to do one thing that you like that's towards the thing that you like. Try to do one thing maybe a week because I know how it is when you're working a job and that you really don't like it. You kind of got to focus on that job. And you got to sit there and think about your children. You might have children, you might have other things to do. You might have family members you have to take care of or align with or whatever like that. So you might not have enough time in the day to put something else on your plate. But if it's towards something that you genuinely really is passionate about, do one thing. It's okay to do one step at a time. Do one thing towards whatever that is that interests you and that's your passion. Okay, or that's you're passionate about. Okay, just do something that's one step towards that. Then the next thing you know, before you know it, you'll have accomplished so much stuff in that area of which you align with and you're passionate about, and you be so much closer to being a part of that, being in that, than you may think or than you were when you first started. You definitely do one step at a time. Definitely do matter. Okay, you just have to have the courage to do so. You have to have the courage to do so. Don't worry about who doesn't like you. Don't worry about who may think things different of you or just see you as, oh, I don't know what she's doing. It's not for them to understand. It's not for them to know because they are not part of your tribe. You have to understand that. The people that the family that you were born into, it's not your tribe, sweetheart. That's just the family you were born into. Okay? You could be the odd one. A lot of people want to say they the black sheep. I feel like everybody might be. I'm sorry. I know I have the mic on. But I feel like everybody in their own sense feels like that they might be the black sheep of the family because they just don't align or don't fit in with how the family operates. And it's okay to step out of that because we're not all supposed to think alike, be alike. You know, it's some things that can remind you that you are related, but it doesn't have to fit in and be the same. You don't have to be the same. It's okay to step out on faith and step out on what you like, but you'll find your community, you find your space. Do you know how much you'll be living? You'll be enjoying life so much, and then that person or your family be looking at it like, she don't never come see us, like, or you don't never come see us, like, y'all don't do the stuff that I like to do. I love you, but it just doesn't align with the stuff I want to do. And yeah, so go find your tribe. You do what you gotta do, and then y'all just come together for family reunions. So anyway, collective. It has harmony. Have harmony again. Had harmony yesterday. And it says, I open myself to the divine being within me. I am the image of God, thus I have the power to bring light into my life. I turn any darkness in me into something beautiful. In the absence of resentment, anger, or doubt, I find harmony. So you're not giving over you no longer have any resentment for the people that's around you, and or any anger, because you are no longer looking for their approval. You're no longer looking for something out of them that they cannot give you. If that's not your community, just because they are your friends and your family, and you were born into this situation, you were moved into this environment, you had no, you know, you had no say so over where you would like to live, or where you just didn't have no choice. You had to be in that space. You adapted to that space, and you thought that, or you expected the people that's in that space to treat you how you feel like you should be treated. But you have to understand, everybody is not aligned with each other. Just because they are around each other doesn't mean that they align. Okay, so these people are not your community. Just because you live in the same space doesn't mean they are your community. Your community are the people that you outsource. You go out of your way, and you go into the places where like-minded people are there. Hey, Kay, hey, how you doing? So once you make it to the spaces where it's like-minded individuals that just align with you, they become your community. You understand? They become your community, not where you live at. That's your neighborhood. Those are your neighbors. That's it. They don't even have to be your friends. Just like your colleagues, they are your colleagues. They don't have to be your friends. You don't have to like them. You only have to be able to work together as a team to make that operation operate properly, or just successful in a certain type of way. Like, as long as you are team, putting in teamwork and making the dream work when it comes to a specific company or job, they will still pay you. They don't care if you are friends with Sally Sue and Anna. They don't care. They don't care if y'all like each other. They want y'all to get the job done, make the operation run smoothly, have no hiccups or issues when it comes to running their business. They don't want no bad feedback. As long as you allow those things to happen and run smoothly, they don't care if y'all are friends. So neither should you. Neither should you. You understand? Because they are not your community. They are your colleagues. They are your associates. You have to associate with them at that moment so you can get the job done. Then you go out and you find your friends. You find the people that like the cosplay, that like the rock, that like to articulate and not look like that they should be articulating the way they do. Once you do that, you'll find your people, you'll feel so comfortable, you'll be you said, I'm done with men. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I said the same. I said the same here, ma'am. I said the same here, okay? You gotta understand. We it's a lot of people out here that feels the same way you feel. And like I said, might find your community, and you understand how to prosper because it's a way to prosper in the way you feel. There are people that think just like you, that may feel just like you, and need a connection or need a place or need people that feels the same way they feel, right? And the same way you feel too as well. And when you outsource and you go find those people, that's when you are connected to the people that you really meant to be with. You actually all, it's like y'all magnetic and y'all find each other because you relate, and not from trauma, like trauma bonding, not like that. You actually connect with them through your authentic self. Like if you really go back and think about the things that you really liked as a kid, before you were altered, before you adapted to your environment, before traumatic things happened and made you end up being in survival mode instead of being your true authentic self. You go back to that and think about the things that you liked, that interest you, that made you smile and just gave you a sense of joy that just brought light to your life. If you think about those things and then tap back into those things, little bit by little bit, it doesn't like you have to just dive into it like that. You can just see if you that still spark your interest of some sort. If you see it, if you just like tap into it just a little bit and you find that it does, pursue it just a little bit more, just a little bit more. And the more that you pursue it, you might find your person, you might find your community, you would definitely find your community, but you might find your person too. And you have to understand, it's okay to be alone, but not alone. You hear what I'm saying? Like you could be single, but find your community where you have so many friends, real, genuine, like-minded friends or associates, if you want to start out there first, that think the same way you think, that has the same interests as you, so much so that you don't even feel alone. You don't feel alone. You don't even feel single. You're like, my community is my community. I just love them so much. Like, I feel like I should have been born with them. That, like I know you have had this sense of coming across someone that just seems like they have the same interests that you have, but it's totally different, comes from a totally different background, comes from a totally different environment, but yet y'all click so well that it's like you feel like you've known them before in your life. And you're just wondering, like, what's going on? Like, why do I feel like I know you? Because you may have known them in a past life. Like, you just might have, because think about it. Every time we have a new life or whatever, we are always out looking for our tribe again. Trying to connect with the people that connects with us in our spirit and our soul. That people be thinking that we trying to connect with people that look just like us or that connects with our physical appearance, and that's not it. We trying to connect with people that got the same spirit as us. And sometimes it be far away or be in different spaces, and because of our environment we don't even recognize it, or we never end up finding it because it's not part of the environment's particular or criteria. Yeah, that's a particular criteria. That's what I meant to say. Okay, open Oh, you got open to the universe collective. It's all about money. It's all see the world is all about money. You have to understand it's a lot of people that just feel like that the world is all about money. Okay, collective? Like okay, okay. It's just you have to find the people or find like minded people that doesn't move them. You know? Like it just doesn't. You it's okay for you to say no. You have to understand that it's okay for you to say, no, I'm good. No, I'm good. No, I'm good. I'm okay. No, I'm good. Because if you have in your mind that it is all about money, like you attract people that seems like that they're all about money. It's because maybe you look like money. Or maybe you just, like I said, you have a light that shines within you and you are surrounded by darkness. So of course they are going to be drawn to you because you're the light. And you low key be trying to dim your light because you don't want them to come to you. But all you have to understand is that you don't have to take what you don't want. You can say no. Even if it look good or whatever like that, we have to hey, I don't care if we feel like, oh, we're lonely or we just want somebody. Like I said, the somebody is not going to be in your environment. The somebody is not going to come to you like that. I feel like you literally have to be in the spaces that align with you and you connect with for real your authentic self, not where you are right now self, but that healed you, authentic you, the original you before all the traumatic stuff self aligns with. As soon as you find that space that interests you and you like being in a lot, you just start being in that and just enjoy living that and loving that. Once you do that, um, then it might just come to you, or you might just connect and you might not even know or think about connecting in that way. They might not even be thinking about connecting in that way, but you're so good with each other and align in a way that interests you that y'all just end up being a thing. Maybe never know. Like I said, you got open to the universe. Okay, it say I am discovering my worth and my abilities. I have confidence in my value and my potential. I reclaim my inner power. I accept and love myself completely. Thus, I am open to the divine light of the universe. Okay? So, collective, you could be opening yourself up to the world, like the entire world. When I say the entire world, I'm not saying like the club down the block, the the grocery store around the corner. Like I'm not saying that. I'm saying like literally tap in, you know, online. Look up the things that really interest you when you were younger that you like. I don't care if it seems childlike. I don't care. Don't worry about that. Because you may not see the sense of where you fit in if you don't go back to the beginning, if you don't start from the drawing board. Okay. So if you go back to like what interests you when you were young, even if it's like I said, kid like, right? Okay, for instance, I'm gonna give an example. Say, okay, you like Muppets, because I like Sesame Street. I really liked the Muppets and stuff like that. Like I wanted to be on Sesame Street so badly, so badly. So you just never know if you go back and indulge in that. How do you know and think about it? It looked kid like, but how you know that you as an adult couldn't be one of those? Think about it. It was adults on there. It was adults on there. So who's to say that you couldn't grow up to still be on there or work for them? Or create a Muppet for them. You could be creative. So by you tapping in something that you really enjoy, that really sparks your interest, you then found your way into something and found your passion and found something, a way for you to align with what you connect with. So you're looking at it like, oh, it's babyish, it's Sesame Street, that's just what I liked when I was younger. But you didn't understand that you liked the message that it gave the children. You don't understand that what intrigued you was the may have been the Muppets, how they looked, how they moved, how they shoot. You could possibly end up going to school to be one of the people that worked the Muppets at one point. You don't even have to really put your face on it. You could just draw up. You could be a great artist where it's just like you like to draw them. You could create a new one for them. You never know. You never know where you fit in the community that interests you. You don't know if you don't try. You have to go back to the drawing board. Okay? So instead of going with who you are after you adapted to your environment, adapted to or survived all the pain and trials and tribulations that you endured during your life, instead of you working from that person, fix and heal that person, and then work from the original person who you were at the beginning before all of that, because that is your true origin self. That's your true authentic self. Okay, and whatever interests that person, not the person that's healed and who you became, and your survival mode person. No, that's resilient and strong and da da da. No, not that person. Work from the person who wasn't even affected by anything yet. It was like you knew what you was attracted to. You knew what kind of shows you like, anything like that. Like, how do you think that the people that cosplay and go and do the anime and stuff like that, what you think they doing? You think they just trying to stay young forever, or they just playing? Still being children. They're not being responsible, whatever like that. No, they're living. They're living. They're trying to find their way in their community. You understand? How do you know if you don't try? How do you know that those people, by them making their costumes the way they do and showing at them conventions, that is not movie directors in them conventions? It's not um, actors there too as well. It's not people behind the scenes that can't see how well those people constructed their costumes and say, "Hey, I want you. I love what you done here. How about you come past the studio? How about you come and audition for this? Or how about you show me what you can really do?" That's how they find the people that they really need, that's very talented. You have to put yourself out there and dig deep into what you really like. So once you do that, you'll find your place, you find your thing, you find your niche. Shoot, your niche will find you. Your niche will find you, because you probably make your little costumes. You like your costumes. You probably make your little costumes. Might not have the money to go to the conventions, but record your, like take pictures with your costumes, and someone can find you online like that and might be like, "Hey, I like how you do that. I like how you do your makeup. I like how you can literally turn yourself. I need one of you. I need a you. Kid, do you mind? I know you might have a job, a regular job, or whatever kids may be, but on one of these days off, can you come by and do this and do that?" And then let's say you end up being able to go. Then you define your thing. Collector, sometimes just tapping into who you really are, what you love, not what just makes money or makes the most money. We had to be be mindful about that. Not things that just makes money, but what really interests you. Once you do that, you'll find out what you're really meant to do. And this was about to come out too, and it came out again. So this means this is business. This means business. This is for real. And it says everything turns to light. Everything turns to light collective. And it's saying, I work to improve myself, embrace all that life brings to me, and transform darkness into light. I allow myself to grow and become stronger. Okay? So you're going to become stronger from actually stepping back and going back and tapping into what you really connect with. If it's music, do that. Um, hey, you don't know. Like some people just want to be the biggest rapper, and I understand because I'm an artist myself as well. Like, yeah, I would like to make a lot of money or whatever like that, but there's a lot of ways you can make a lot of money in the music industry. You don't really have to be the Glorilla or the Mega Stallion or the Cardi B of the industry. You could possibly be a ghostwriter. You could possibly be and make mad money. I understand you. Once you tap into what you're really meant to do, the abundance will come. The abundance will flow. You could possibly be a person that make game music that be in games. You could be a possible. It could be possible that you'll be a person that make music for cartoon shows, or just shows in general. Um, Jingles. I'm not even gonna lie. I used to love Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx, the little Jamie King. Here we go, here I go, here I go. And you check out my phone, trying to get it started. You know what to do. They used to be, and I used to be like, oh, I didn't know you have a job as making jingles. I seen how you was struggling though, but because he had a family that supported him, like he had a support system. I really ain't have no support system, so I had to throw the jingle thing out my mind because it's like, hey, you ain't got what he got. You understand? You still got to pay some bills. So, with that being said, like, how do I know that I'm not meant to make jingles? I might not be meant to make full on songs, but I joke a lot and I'm a little funny. Might be from trauma, I don't know. But how do I know that I'm not made to make jingles? You never know. How do I know that I'm not made to get? Because trust me, I know but almost all of the little commercial music. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, give me a give me a break. A piece of that Kit Kat bar. Like sometimes that be sounding so much better than the music that they put on the radio to me, and I just don't understand why. And it could be a sense of that my passion drawing itself to me, and I'm not even being aware of it or realizing it because I'm just like passing it off as something else, or maybe a mental illness or something like that. And the whole time it's like, sweetheart, you're supposed to be making commercial music. Get into it. That's why you like it so much. Duh. Like, or anything. Sometimes we have to pay attention to the signs that surround us and not really be too so logical or technical where we can see what is really telling us. So understand that you got this. Cause I don't know. I just feel like that as you heal yourself, you're allowing yourself to grow, and you are becoming very strong from you healing yourself. Like you are, and this ain't the voice of the heart. You got that again. I think that came out yesterday. Okay, I'll make this quick. Okay, say, I silence the fear in me and discover the voice of my heart. The fruit of these words guides me. I trust the song of my soul. What? What? We were just talking about a little jingle. But what it say? You know, I trust the song of my soul. My intuition leads me on the path of light. So it's gonna lead you on the path you're meant to be on, collective. You gotta silence that fear. Silence what you're afraid of. Silence that what you think people want to think about you and all that. Silence that and discover the voice of your heart. Discover what you're meant to do in this society and what you're supposed to bring to this universe. Like, don't let it go without you being part of it. Do you understand? Thank you. Don't let it. Thank you. Don't let it go. If you feel like that you're very intelligent and you get all the words right or every question right on Jeopardy, go on Jeopardy. Like, you know what I'm saying? And who's to say you won't win? Who's to say you ain't meant to just go on Jeopardy? Didn't nobody said you had to really win? What if it's that you just need to go in there and people see your darn face? Then you just going on game shows. You could just be a game show junkie. We don't know. It's possible. It's possible that you may do so well that someone may look at you just for the knowledge that you have in your mind, or the ability to go and follow your dreams when you are like told to do so. I don't know. You never know. Maybe you like soap operas. You like As the World Turns, God Light. You know what I'm saying? You like the drama that's going on, honey. Who's to say you're not supposed to be an actress in it, an actor in it, or a writer for one of them? Who's to say you're not supposed to make a drama of your own? If Tyler Perry never made those plays, he would not be where he is today. Hello? Hello. When everybody was talking about all the wigs and how the little microphone was right here, you got to start from somewhere. He didn't let none of that deter him. He didn't let none of that stop him. He kept on with his goddamn place. Did he not? Yes, he did. And the people that he started out with end up being his community. They created a community, and if you notice, he stuck with them, brought them with him. Do you not understand? And those people was in return able to branch out into what they were meant to do too as well. That man created so many opportunities just by him following what he was meant to do himself. Who's to say that you're not meant to do the same? But what would do you this justice if you didn't do or try it at all? That's what failure would really be, is the fact that you didn't try. That's failure. That's when you failed. Don't think that you tried something and it didn't work out is failure. It's not. You can try something and you figure out that all you're doing is process of elimination. That didn't work out, so I'm gonna try something else. That didn't work out, so I'm gonna try something else. It's not failure. It's a process of elimination, and it's also progress. You're getting something out of it. You're learning something from it. So by you doing that, you are directing yourself to exactly where you're supposed to be. And you don't even realize it. And you're just so hung up about that. It didn't work. It didn't work out. It didn't work. It didn't work out. It was because it wasn't meant to work out, sweetheart. It wasn't for you. You got something else bigger. You never know. You got somebody else bigger. You got something else bigger. You got something else greater. Something else that line up a little bit more than you thought. I don't know. But that's how I feel. That's really how I feel. Like at first, I used to turn away from the cards and everything. And it was like, oh, I was part of the witch bandwagon too, because I was like, that's not Christian like, and because I was not groomed, but I was brought up in a Christian Baptist household, and you know, they didn't really play that. So it's like it's deterred me from it, but then I couldn't keep myself from it. So I said, forget it. I'm gonna tap into it. I don't have to be full of darkness though. Why do it all have to be mean? Do it all have to be bad? Because they make you think that. But it's like, dude, when I started really reading the words on the cards and the oracle cards, right? And it had God in here so freaking much. I was like, what? 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 But it makes sense though. Why is nobody saying this? Like, why nobody tell me that it has God in here? Like, I get it if some people would say like, what God is you praying to? I'm the creator, the one of love and light. That's it. I don't know. I don't want the other one. I don't or the other ones. I don't know what you're talking about. I feel like it's all the one is the one that created all of us or whatever. Like I don't know what to say. You know, the one that wants people to be good to others and so on and so on, and them just to be able to live life and not have to survive it all the time. The one that helps give you affirmations and to teach you how to um, turn them into affirmative action and think positively and stuff like that and help you heal of some sort. I didn't know if I would have stayed away and didn't do my own research or didn't tap into what just was really pulling at me, because I really was like, oh no, I don't want nothing to do with that. I don't want that dark spirited stuff. And the reason why I said that, because the person that was trying to look into the tarot thing at the time that I knew, that person was a little evil. That person was evil. So I was like, if that person get a hold of this, that person is going to be so manipulative. It's just going to be for the worst, right? And I didn't want nothing to do with that person or to do with this. But then when I realized that it's not people, it's all about your intentions and what you do with it. Just like if this was a weapon, this could be used as a weapon. Honestly, God could be used as a weapon to certain people too. If they are evil, they can use God as a weapon. If they really malicious enough, and oh my goodness, and that's the worst part about it, I feel like. So it's like it's not the thing, actually, it's the person intentions behind it. It's the person that's using it, it's the person behind it. So I knew I was a good hearted spirited person, and I only wanted the best for people. I only wanted the best for myself too. And I always was a person that was trying to tell somebody, not really tell somebody what to do, but mother somebody all the time, or tell them, or uplift them, or have empathy for them, and didn't want to see them suffer, didn't want to see them go through the things that I went through, was trying to prevent them from any type of hurt or pain or whatever the case may be. I thought I was supposed to be a healer of some sort, but I thought that the only way I could be a healer was being a doctor. So, and then I was like, okay, doctors got a lot of schooling, and I realized I didn't like school. I didn't like school. I like learning, but I didn't like school. And I had to realize that um, you can't let the people in the environment that you're trying to go into dictate whether you stay or not. You know, like it turned me off. Like the bad people that was in school that I just didn't like, that I didn't like being around and everything like that, kept me from liking school. But it's not that I didn't like school. I didn't go. So then it made me stop. And then but I love learning. I love learning things and new things and knowing things and just, I don't know. So I had to realize that I could do my own research. I can do my own, you know, I can learn things on my own and stuff like that without having to be around the people that don't really care to be around, you know. And also the internet came into play, and it made things a lot easier where you can actually get your degree online. You can get, you don't even have to be in the space with other people, and it can help you focus too. And I could focus more. It was that I was very easily distracted, and by being in an environment with people that was so disruptive or whatever, or had ulterior motive, and they wasn't really focused themselves, they kept me from being able to focus on what I really the goal that I wanted. And I like getting good grades. I like getting knowing what I was learning and being tested on it, and yeah, and passing. I like that. Like, I don't know, I did, but it did deter me when people said that, oh, you gotta go to school to be a doctor for 10 years. I was like, what? I don't want to go to school for no 10 years. Boom, doctor, out my mind. But who's to say that see, nobody told me that it was different types of doctors, and there's different type of schooling for different types of doctors. There's different times, different, times that you have to be in school to be a different type of doctor. You don't have to literally just be that doctor that you see in the ER or whatever, that went to school for 10 years or whatever. Well, that's what somebody told me. I haven't even really did my research to even see if that was correct for real. I just went on to that, and then, I went on from there and said, okay, well, can't be a doctor. Well, I like helping people. I might as well be a police officer then. I didn't like being I didn't like how, and then what stopped me from being a police officer was police officers, like how they treat people. I just don't like how people treat, like, if you treat people wrong, I gotta go. I gotta go, because you're gonna make me beat you up. Then I'm going to lose my job, and then I'm going to get a charge, because I'm going to beat you up for treating them like that, because you don't have to act like that. Now, some people would say, yeah, you can still be a police officer, you can be not part of the problem. But I feel like that, one, me being black, two, me being a black woman, I will not be in a position to actually change a goddamn thing being inside. I literally will be exactly where they freaking need me and want me, and they will be able to hold, my career over top of my head, or holds over my head the ability to be taken away from me to make a change if I try to say anything, So I'm like, yeah, nah, you ain't getting me, So I do that out the box too. But you just never know where you might fit in. It's not even all about that. You can become a lawyer. Like, I felt like I wanted to go to school for a paralegal, and everything like that. I actually worked at child support as a paralegal, actually, like a little bit, so that was good. That was good, but I had, had a baby, had to do things for my baby, had to, got out of that a little bit. But I loved that job. I loved doing the things that I was doing. I felt like I was making a difference and everything like that. I loved the environment that I was in. Sometimes you just gotta, revisit things or find your place in that world again. I did try to revisit it and go back for an interview and everything. They did not. They didn't hire me. Okay, so who says that I don't have to, that it's not a different space or a different thing for me to go into that kind of is a segue from that. We don't know. I'll find it. I'll find my way. But in the midst of me finding my way, how about you go back to yourself and you go back to your authentic self and you try to find your way, sweetheart. So with that being said, let's figure out, because it's on an hour and I'm sorry I'm keeping you off too long. Okay. So with that being said, let's try to see what kind of Well, signs. This reading could be four. A lot came out this time. Hold on. But a whole lot came out. Dang. Almost the whole bag. Let's see. Let's see, collective. Let's see who this reading is really for. Who is it? Oh, I'm like, who is it for? I forgot that I got the I forgot I got the goddamn the microphone on. And I don't even have to be that loud. I was really just loud just now. I'm sorry if I was very loud in your ear. I I I truly apologize. I didn't mean that in any type of way. I swear it wasn't malicious. I swear. I swear. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, we almost got almost every goddamn um we got almost every freaking sign for real collective. So I think this might be for everybody. But if you don't hear your sign in here, it might not. But anyway, I feel like this we have Gemini once, we have Capricorn three times, we have Sagittarius, Sagittarius. You know what I mean, Sagittarius. We have that three times. We have Aquarius. See, that's why I saying Sagittarius wrong. Well, it sounds wrong. We have Aquarius once, we have Scorpio once, we have Virgo twice, we have Pisces once, we have Cancer once, we have Taurus twice, we have Libra once, and Leo once. So if you are a Cancer, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Scorpio, Virgo, Pisces, Cancer, Taurus, Libra, or Leo, this message is for you. Oh, we don't have all the signs because we don't have Aries up in here. So if you're any one of these signs, this reading could resonate with you. So if you're new here, you can hit that subscribe button and leave. You don't even have to stay. Just help your girl out. Help your girl out. It's free. And also, if you do like what I be saying and want to come here next time, all you gotta do is hit that bell right there in that corner, and then allow you to let you know when the next time I'll go live, so you can be here and be part of the conversation. All right, love you guys, and I see you again tomorrow.